All right, 14 January 22. It's about noon. I've been laying in bed relaxing. It's Saturday, so again, I got to go to work on Monday. What happens to me is just that build up, the anticipation of having to go to work, and then because the day tomorrow, I'm gonna have to get things ready, make sure the van's all set up. So yeah, it makes my heart race. It makes me anxious, So I'm just focusing on relaxing and staying calm. Um, You know, just laying here relaxing and several things going through my head. And I was scrolling through YouTube and I get the weirdest things pop up on my YouTube. You know, there's only few different channels really that I ever even listen to. And those, I hardly ever get recommendations from them. It's always other shit. But anyways, I clicked on this one and I could only listen to like the first 3 minutes. Um, but this girl explained, you know, clear for me, anyways, to see like how these women, these single mothers, will latch onto a child and use them as a tool to support their family, themselves and their kids. Um, which is what my mom did. I mean, so that's what these women are doing is these single women are latching on to one of their kids or all of them. That my situation is what I'm talking about. And if what I'm saying is I guess it just, so the thing was, Life Stories by Goldcast. That was the channel name, Life Stories by Goldcast. And the title of the video was Jeanette McCurdy exposes Ariana Grande's silence about their abuse. Jeanette McCurdy was on that iCarly show. That's why I clicked on it, because I knew her face from that iCarly show my kids used to watch. But yeah, supposedly, she suffered tons of abuse. Like me, her mom was riding her coattails and abusing her behind the scenes with all kinds of manipulations behind. And this is just the first 3 minutes. I had to turn it off. It was sickening. But if you guys just want to get an idea of the kind of abuse, because I'm trying to figure out, because the blame has to lay where it lays. It has to, period. There's no shifting of blame here. But at the same time, there's no whipping a beat dog. What's the sense in doing that? So it's a balance, and I'm trying to find the balance while at the same time healing. But knowing that my mom, my abuser, had such a huge role in this, and I'm trying to figure out where, all of this fits in. But yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, this girl describes, Jeanette McCurdy describes, exactly how, and it's crazy. Like when you listen to her explaining, it's like, nobody can be that vampiric, that blood sucking, that goal oriented or focused, whatever you want to say, to do that to one of their own children. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. It is literally nuts. And that's why I'm looking for answers, because I don't think a soul can do that to a soul. Look, we are, the first thing that came to mind was fucked. We are fucked. Oh my God, as a species, guys. They have fucked us as a species so fucking hard. Man, I mean, just hard. They have rode our backs like motherfuckers, and now, so what I'm seeing, I've been an alcoholic. So I've been working construction and been an alcoholic, and then my kids. So this is 3 things that I've been doing for the past 10 years, longer than that. And I don't even pay attention to anything that goes on outside of me. I didn't even know about mental issues until fucking 10 years ago when I had my issue. And then I realized that nobody else. They were just talking like everybody else, all the experts and the mental experts and all this shit were just discovered. Like all this shit's brand new. You know what I mean? So, while they were sitting there giving all this shit names and trying to put all the, I realized, and that's why I never became a part of it. That's why I wanted nothing to do with it. I realized that they were they were categorizing people, they were putting them in boxes, they were, and that's like they've always done. They do it with color, they do it with, everything, race, religion, ethnicity. I mean, you name it, they do it. And I just noticed this mental thing. I'm like, because I remember just hearing about these mental issues and then categorizing these mental issues. And I'm like, because even when I was having really bad mental issues, 9 years ago, I told family, I think I was born with ADHD and ADD and probably OCD and probably, and I got shut down really quick. It was like, nah, man, come on, dude. You're back then I was like in my mid 30s. And it was like, nah, dude, you made it to your mid 30s. You're fine. That's just bullshit that these cocksuckers are coming up with so that way they can give people medicines. So what I'm trying to say is what I'm realizing, what this whole thing of healing is realizing that there is no right or wrong. There is no up or down. It's literally a balance. There's a little bit of truth to everything, and it's a balance. And that's why when you go outside yourself to find answers, it's so confusing and it's so polarized, and people just hang on to their beliefs and fight for it tooth or nail because that's the only thing holding their minds together, and it's like a whole bunch of fucked up cognitive dissonance, Stockholm syndrome, dick sucking motherfuckers out there all telling each other what each other's problems are. I mean, it's crazy, guys. It's nuts. I skipped through some channels today and just, I can only listen to like a couple minutes of things and then I get so sick to my stomach because it's so overwhelming and it's so much bullshit. Like all this knowledge, like they're trying to teach you, all this you can learn. I'm trying to tell you, you can learn all this is inside of you. All of the answers are inside of you. And all of the answers without all the stress and anxiety and phone usage and ruining your eyes and your confusion. I mean, it's just crazy, man. You can watch anything and find 1,000 hours online to prove one way, and you can find 1,000 hours to prove the other. It's stupid. And there's experts in everything, Look, the experts were telling you guys to wear masks and pump poison in your vein a couple years ago. Now the experts are going, well, maybe that's not the best idea. I mean, this is ridiculous, guys. The experts before were telling you, oh, you need to take these high-grade medications, toxic medications for your brain, for these mental issues. And now it's coming out, wait a minute, these things are all caused from... These are all a natural reaction, natural biological chemical reaction for your brain and for your body. It's all a natural reaction. All these it's all a natural reaction to an unnatural environment. That's all it is. That's all it is. All of this. And once you are comfortable with that, once you realize the simplicity and yet the profundity, if that's even a fucking word, the depth of that answer, it's like unbelievable. And it's freeing, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel free. I thinking all this and going with this train of thought that I'm on, and this life that I'm making out of what existence I have left is the most freeing I've ever felt in my whole life. I have no fear. I have zero fear. My confidence level just gets stronger every day. Now, constantly, I am being attacked constantly by the same things that have attacked me my whole life, by fear, doubt, self-hatred, negativity, worthlessness, shame, guilt, all these things that I'm now tying back and understanding. They all come from the programs I was put on as a child. And then you start to understand, you see, holy fuck, there's no way to understand any of this shit going outside of yourself. You can get inspired, you can get little hints and pieces, but you got to be fucking careful, man. Like, you got to take that, as soon as you get a little nugget, you got to take it back to your hole and sit with yourself and, and let it simmer and fucking activate the healing that it needs to activate in order to move on further. Because if you just jump straight outside yourself, dude, whatever is out there is going to grab a hold of whatever gets your attention, because everything out there is trying to get your attention. Everything. Because that's the only way it exists. That's the only way I exist. See, if I only made these videos and I was the only one watching these videos, that would be fine with me. But these other people, they make their livings. They're making their livings off of this shit. They are banking on you believing them. Their livelihoods exist on their following. Mine does not. I am 100% confident no matter what. I can lose everybody, everything, because I'm realizing and I know what is going on now. So I need no validation. Validation is nice when it comes across genuinely and authentically and not looked for. That is very nice. But otherwise, man, you better be careful, because usually if you're going out there and you're doing it carefully, the hucksters that are going to get you are the ones who are really, you're going to get caught up by the really good hucksters. You know what I mean? It's dangerous. It's dangerous, man. And it's so quick to get caught up and distracted, and then 3 years go by and then wake up and be like, oh, fuck, man, I can't believe I jumped back into this shit and I got caught back up in the game. And yeah, it's crazy. And to know all the things we're up against and that our souls are still able to shine is just a testament to, for me, it's a testament to the importance of keeping my soul in healing and keeping my soul shining and healing. I have no attachments. Guys, I went minimalist when my second wife, me and her split. I went minimalist. I cut down everything. And then, shortly after that, it was like a year and a half after we split or something like that. Again, I'll go through timelines of that. But is when I ended up, yeah. So I went minimalist a lot, mentalist and a minimalist, right? A long fucking time ago, man. It's just, my daughter just texted me, "You are powerful." Oh, Miss Sammy. I love Miss Sammy. She makes me very happy. And that touches on another point, is I feel like I'm surrounded by souls that are waiting on my healing, or on this, as I progress further along this journey of my healing, because I know a lot of souls that don't feel like they're at home in this world. So there's a lot going on, man. And all I can say is I'm done trying to prove anything to anybody. I'm done trying to, I don't even have to read a book. I don't have to go outside myself anymore. It's all inside of me. The only thing outside of you is distractions, and we are afraid to go inside ourselves for answers because we're afraid of what we're going to find, and plus, from the beginning, at the very beginning, we were put on the program of, you need an outside source to tell you how to live and what to do. And that's where the problem starts. And nobody's addressing it. Everybody, like everybody on YouTube, all of it's just distraction. It's all just, come on in. You got mental issues. Come on in. We'll go. Come on. You'll have a support group over here and we'll just all be a bunch of crazy motherfuckers with mental issues. You know what I mean? It's weird, man. Like, people want to belong in a group. I have no desire for that. I have zero desire for a group. Guys, I am not lonely. I am not loneliness is not something I suffer from. Boredom either. I will find something. I can stare at the wall and occupy myself. So boredom and loneliness, I do not suffer from. However, my children and certain other people in my life, I feel are there and were there for an important reason. And those people, I really just, I mean, I feel there's a connection there, you know, that deep soul connection. And I feel that there's a soul. I feel there's other souls out there. I feel like there's a bunch of us that are leaving, that are getting out of this muck. And I'm coming to the terms as well that there's a bunch of people that are loving this shit because they're merging AI with humans. That's the next step. And people are loving it. People are eating it up. People can't wait to park their souls in a pod somewhere and harvest their energy into avatars. And people are just can't wait for it. They've been setting it up forever. I mean, for a long time, at least the past 20, 30 years, getting your minds prepping you ready. And now it's full on, dude. They're doing it and they're splitting. The real souls are going, oh, fuck you. And everybody else is going, oh, well, I could probably do another 1,000 rounds down here with that kind of crazy shit. Not me. Not me, and not a bunch of people I know that, aren't saying as much, but I just think are just overwhelmed at the moment and don't even have the words to describe how they're feeling. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I'm giving strength to those people. I'm hoping that they find their strength in finding their voice. And, you don't have to agree with me 100%. Like I said, that's fine. If your path is different, your path is different, but I'm not playing around. This isn't a game to me. This is all my life is focused on. I don't do anything else. There's nothing else I focus on. There's nothing else I concentrate on. So, this might be a part-time hobby healing for you, but this is a full-time, this is all I do. This is all I do is heal, and I have to be patient with it. I have to, and that's why the first half of my journey so far in these past 9 months was slowing down and calming down and finding that patience and doing the breath work and, doing the physical modalities that it took in order to be able to sit with myself now in this craziness that's going on up here and just be able to accept everything for what it is. So yeah, I hope that, I had to get that out. It's just sickening. It's just so sickening. These YouTube pages have hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of followers and hundreds of thousands of likes and tens of thousands of comments of people saying, without you, my life. And these people are so busy. Like, these YouTube channels are literally just teaching people how to cope, like coping mechanisms to be able to get on the hamster wheel. And, well, what do you want out of life? What do you want? How much money do you want? How much financial freedom? Blah! And I'm just like, oh my God, they're all just hucksters. It's, and I mean, a lot of people are good-hearted, yes, but they're ultimately coming from, they're making a living off of entertaining you guys. This is all entertainment. That's all it is. The answers are in here. Everything else is entertainment. And again, just realizing that I've been dealing with ADHD, OCD, all these boxes that they've been trying to put all these people with mental illnesses in. I've suffered from my whole life, but it was not, guys, they just say, like, it's so weird. I'm like, it's so obvious. They just they're categorizing people and then going, well, here you do to cope. And I'm like, nobody's getting to the bottom of it. Nobody's going, well, you aren't born like this. This is literally a reaction to your environment, guys. So, it's just so frustrating, man. It's just so amazing. And I just got to learn, it's all about me. And that's where going back to the yin and yang of this. That's why I want out of this fucking crazy world, because I got to be a narcissist in order to heal. I have to I have to relate everything back to my experience and myself in order to heal. You got to. You have to do it for you. You have to take the words that are coming out of my mouth and you're using your own filters, you know, you're coming up with your own things. And just like when I listen to other people, like people that I respect, like the only people I'm listening to now are Tina and Karen. I'm very careful, man. Very careful who I'm allowing in my ear at all. At all. Just because I know it's all a distraction. It's all to get my energies, you know, flowing in certain ways instead of me being in control. When I sit with myself, I'm in 100% control. The only reason I want to come outside myself is for pleasures and distractions and, you know, and that's where it goes back to my whole thing at the beginning too, was figuring out, you know, because realizing how this dopamine system works. And yeah, so it's all interrelated, but it's all inner, and it's not understanding. You got to understand that when you tell people you understand them, you're standing under them. You're standing under their knowledge, guys. No, it's about understanding. You have to stand inside yourself and realize this stuff and internalize it and realize and just be confident in yourself. You know, realize the reason you're not confident in yourself is not because you're a fuck up or a piece of shit. It's because the world is so afraid of the power that you hold that they had to fucking start crushing you from the day you were born. That's it. And it's as simple as that. It is literally as simple as that. Your abusers abuse you because they're afraid of you, and they're afraid of themselves because they don't want to face their truth. So, and their truth is the same as your truth, which is all inside. You know, and that's scary. People are scared to fucking death to go inside. They'll jump around from guru to guru, knowing people are lying to them, and be like, well, he's giving me a little bit of truth, and they'll just, motherfucker, go inside you, spend 10 minutes inside yourself and see how much fucking truth you get. You know what I mean? And even me with all my goddamn, you know, whatever is trying to trick and tomfoolery me and make me, you know, doubt myself and all those splits that I'm dealing with and possessions and whatever else that I'm dealing with, these things that are clinging on to me my whole life. Even with that, if I have the confidence to believe in myself, I can disregard all of their shit and connect directly with myself. You know what I mean? When you've had enough and you just, even though you don't even know, you just know that something else is trying to trick you and block you in your head. That's why you're going outside yourself, and that's why you make the excuse to be afraid to go inside yourself. You just got to know, you know, be confident that, hey, man, I really want to get better. I really love myself. Like you know, I love myself. I want to heal. I want to get better, you know, and just keep telling yourself, and yourself will come out, you know. It'll come out and he'll fucking let you know, and he'll start taking over like it is for me, you know? And which is nice where I'm at now, because now I'm just able to, before I had that anxiety of needing to go outside myself, you know, like the next little nugget was going to be there, and then I would be able to take it back. And now I don't even care about finding nuggets anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, even finding nuggets and taking them back to your hole to simmer on as distraction, you know? It's all in here. And I say that, and I know I'm still going outside myself. You know, I know I'm still, but that's just the world that we're trying to detach from, you know? And I'm trying to come out of it. And, you know, who knows? Now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, you know, a month from now, 2 months from now, I might completely heal. And these videos, I might just cut off. You guys might just, bloop, you know, not see me again. I might just realize that, hey, I'm, you know, whoop, and find my calling and be where I need to be and be out of this motherfucker, you know? Because it's that simple. Because you realize, like, I feel like I'm fighting when I'm speaking, not only with myself, with millions of myself, but with like everybody I love and know. Like, it's like wild, because I know how deep the groupthink is. You know what I mean? I know how deep the fucking bamboozlement is, and I know how lazy some people are. And it's just a mixture of all of it. And it's like you care so deeply for these people and in yourself, you know, and finally I'm getting a hold of myself to where the excuses have gone away, and I'm just realizing it's all inside. And so, I don't have that anxiety anymore of having to go outside myself for answers. Like I'm going to find, and I don't even have the anxiety of like finding the answer. I already know that my purpose is so pure right at this moment. I know that my purpose is so pure right at this moment that if I were to just keel over and die and had to come back as a soul, or whatever would happen to me would be fine. I'd be so fine because I'm so integrated right now. I'd be fine. There's just no doubt, no fear, no worry, no nothing. The peace that passes all understanding is what I have. Even though I don't have all the answers like in my head or being able to even logically put it out there or even any of it, there's like nothing. It's going a peace that passes all understanding, So yeah. And then I'm still in my room. Things are just becoming so clear. I'm healing very quickly. And I haven't put anything on paper today, but I'm probably going to be going downstairs, jot down some notes, and do another chunk of years. But yeah, there it is.